Alrighty, here is Lat on Lessons from the Thank You Box. Today I've got a top 11 of new music to check out. Not really in order, but there's 11 of them. So I hope you guys check them out, and because there's some pretty good music in there. First one on my list is Nuns of the Tundra. These guys are bad fucking ass. They had the riffs from hell, just fuzz and chunk, and I love these guys. I really do. They blow my mind how good they are. They're really good. So check them out for sure. Elaine, Sweden's dark symphonic metal. It's gothic. She's beautiful as usual, as all Scandinavian women are, I think. Very good operatic type vocals. Big riffs, big drums. Check them out. Here's a band from way back in the Wayback Machine, but they're still around. Extreme, Boston, funky metal. Nuno Betancourt, you can't say much else except he's a god. The guy's good. Check them out. Struck Down, UK, metalcore. They are really good, tight rhythms, explosive energy on their videos. It looks like, playing. They look like they're having fun kicking your ass, Love these guys. Check them out. Condition Critical. These guys, they blow my mind because they're older than me by far. Most of them could be my dad. Probably, you never know. I don't know. But you got Tommy Aldridge on drums, you got Rudy Charzo on bass, and you got Brad Gillis on guitar. So what you really have, folks, is the band Ozzy had when Randy Rhoads was killed. That's the same band right there. The rhythm, the backbeat, the heart. And then you got a guy named Rick Hughes singing. He's from New Jersey, I believe. He sang in Saints and Sinners, I think was the band he sang in. I'm not positive, but I'll check that out to double check. And but these guys are phenomenal. Tommy Aldridge beats the Skins as bad as Tommy Lee does. The double Tommy. But no, these guys are phenomenal. They got good beats. Check them out. Hailstorm. What can you say? Lizzie is the goddess of heavy metal and hard rock and guitars and all things, stuff like that. She's so good. She played with Skid Row and blew my mind watching those concerts on YouTube. She was good. She did a great job. Check them out for sure. Awaiting Abigail, Texas hard rock band. They got melody, but they got precision. They're sharp. Check them out. Days of Bliss. They're post-grunge from the Midwest, and they are kind of got that grungy sound from way back when. You'll like them. Culprit. These guys are my bucket list. These guys were gods back when I was a kid, and they were a major influence to Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, probably every band in grunge, like these guys. They're phenomenal. I mean, they're crazy phenomenal. And I got a special surprise about them, hopefully later on I can tell you about. But those guys, check them out. They're an older band. They've been around a long time, but they're the shit. That's all I know. Let's go to, these guys made me famous in Idaho, and I won't tell you how, but Bullbeat. These guys are like heavy metal rockabilly. They are amazing. I don't know what else to say except these guys are the shit. They do like Johnny Cash stuff, and they just go on all out thrash. These guys are phenomenal to see live. You should have them on tape at least, or streaming, or whatever you call it nowadays. One of those things. All right, check them out. And here, these guys are my friends. They're from the Post Falls, Spokane area of Idaho and Washington. They play a really good set of rock and roll. I love these guys. White Trash Romeo. What a name, too. There's nothing better. That's just like, it's kind of dirtbaggy, but it's fucking full on in your face. In your face! You know, White Trash Romeo. I talked to them a couple months ago, and unfortunately we had some technical difficulties, and all we had was the audio to it. But these guys are a great group of guys. They look like they're having fun out there. They make great music, and you should definitely check them out. They're my buddies, you know. So those are the bands I got this week. Check them out, and you know what? Enjoy them. Later.